All right. Hello.
There it is.
It's the void. Wait.
There's the void right there.
There's the void.
There it is.
Yeah. I'm prepared. I got my VR prescription glasses ready to go into the void. Anyways, we're here. We're early. We're going to walk around and kind of explore Disney village or town or whatever this place is. Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney in Anaheim, California. Yeah, we kind of live in the neighborhood, sort of. So.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so here we are.
So
very exciting.
Yeah. So what we want to do is that. You know, we have anticipation to go on the show. We kind of know sort of what it's about.
I don't.
But not visually, not the experience itself, but it's definitely based on Star Wars. And, yeah.
No.
Like, civilized.
No. Right there. No. There. I'm just teasing. I'm messing with the camera.
My camera, man.
He's tilting the camera. Just like further and further.
No. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to go on to the experience. We're going to try to videotape the contraptions that we put on, like the visor and the backpack and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They won't let us just show inside of that, obviously. It's nothing...
Proprietary.
Yeah,
plus
it's proprietary.
We can't show you because we're going to be in VR.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it would be nice to see what's behind the scenes, what's in the actual warehouse when we go in there, but they won't let us.
Yeah.
But we'll do our best to interpret what we see.
Yeah. We'll let you know what we think about it, and then... hopefully other people who are getting to experience this around the world. London, where else? You said Florida?
Florida. Yes.
And here in California. And, let's all share the experience and talk about it and say what we think about it, So this is cool. I mean, the Star Wars experience, who couldn't wish for anything more,
Nope.
So
this is sort of our childhood dreams come true in a way.
Yeah.
To be in VR, but not to be in VR, but to be in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, anything, for me, anything sci-fi. All right.
We'll see you after we get in.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Nick, and this is a segment where I kind of describe what we witnessed when we went inside the void. Unfortunately, we had to sign NDAs that prevented us from taking pictures or videos of anything beyond the lobby. So what that meant is that once we registered in with our tickets, they put some wristbands around us that had a QR code, and then that QR code was scanned in a certain area that was outside the lobby, which pretty much was sort of the beginning of the experience. So 4 people went in at a time. It was Blaise, myself, and then Alex and Brett, who are two guys who happened to just come across the void, and their timing happened to be perfect, so they paired those guys up with us. So the first area that you go into is sort of a rack, and that rack has these outfits. If you look at the picture of Blaise and I here, it's a backpack, or sort of a vest, the head-mounted display, and these are hanging on a rack system. So they back you up and they have you stand in with your back to that, and then you kind of sleeve yourself into the vest. You button yourself up and cinch everything tight. You put the VR, the visor on, and it has a little flip-down mechanism that functions pretty much like the PSVR does, the PlayStation version. But the rest of it, the optics looked like it was pretty much proprietary. It didn't look like anything that I'm used to, like the Vive or the Oculus. So it's probably something that they definitely created themselves. I believe Imagineering was involved in some of this. I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but but it fit on top of your head. There was a control knob that allowed you to tighten on top, and then a control knob that tightened in the back, so you can adjust it to any size head. And then once you were strapped into this thing, they released you from the main rack, and then they dropped a PC in the backpack. So because all of a sudden you're like weighing 10 pounds more, so it felt like 10 pounds anyways. So once that happened, then they tell you, okay, put your visors down, and once you flip it down, you realize that you're a stormtrooper. Everyone's wearing a stormtrooper outfit. And what was really cool is that the software adjusted the height to all the different players. Alex was the tallest of us, and then Brett, Blaise, and myself were relatively the same size, so we all had the same size outfits on. So the software was really good at adjusting itself to the size of the players. So that was really cool. And then I noticed the resolution. The rendering was photographic. It was beautifully done. Slightly higher resolution. I'm pretty sure a higher resolution than the Oculus. And you really, if you looked, you could find the screen door effect, but because of the nature of the game and the fact that you're just moving in this fast-paced environment, this was a free walking environment. So they had you walk through corridors and environments and stuff like that and pathways. But it was a one-to-one match. So if you saw a wall and you reached out and touched the wall, that wall was there. If you saw a lever and you reached out and touched that lever, you could pull that lever down. It was there. Props were in their proper space. And then, of course, when there was activity or action, like explosions and things like that caused heat, you felt the heat on your face, and also feedback on your body if you got slammed with a laser bolt. Really phenomenal. It was really exciting and really fun to do. And so another thing, Alex, one of the guys that went in with us, he was pretty smart. He actually was able to time the experience from the time of suiting up to finished gameplay. So there, in the area that they hold you to get you into the gear, there's sort of like a locker system. So you can take your jackets and you get your phones and everything like that. You tuck it away, and those will be waiting for you when you get done with the experience. So what he did, he took his cell phone and put it on the timer and timed it and was able to turn it off by the time we finished the experience. And what he was able to find out is that it was a little bit over 30 minutes for the experience. But that also included the suiting up. But to me, I think the suiting up was probably about 6 or 7 minutes. It was really, really fast. And so we really got a good 20 minutes of gameplay. When I had asked the attendant who was there what was the length of the gameplay, and he said that it could go anywhere from 12 minutes to 25 minutes, and that depended on how fast you move through the environments. So anybody who's doing this thing for the first time, savor it, enjoy it. Don't move so fast. Enjoy the thing. There's so much action. You will find not a lack of anything to do there. So I would just make it last as long as you can, because it was really a lot of fun. We were able to catch Brett and Alex after the experience, and we got them on interview, which is the next thing you're going to see up after this. All right, Blaise. Okay, yeah. So Blaise, we have a couple of guys that went on the Void Secrets of the Empire with us. So what are your names?
Yeah, what's your names?
I'm Alex.
Brett.
Alex and Brett?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And Blaise.
Blaise, yeah. Welcome to Geekydom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our website is Geekydom. If you go to YouTube, you just go look for GeekyDom. And you'll see all our videos. They're kind of corny, but it's what we do. Yeah. So we have experience with virtual reality because we've been playing around with it since the commercial units have been out for about 2 years now, right? And so this was exciting because this is a location-based VR system.
Yeah.
And it's completely wireless. There's no tethering, right? So we were really curious at how they put this together because they won't let us film any of the space inside. Yeah. But you guys, this is the first time you've ever witnessed VR for yourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Anything related.
Okay, so what were you expecting?
Laser tag, honestly.
Well, so it was a bit more than laser tag, wasn't it? Right?
I didn't even know what we were getting into when we walked in there, because we just kind of stumbled upon this place.
Yeah.
Really
I was like, oh, Star Wars, yeah, why
not? Star Wars fan, but that's about it. Didn't know it was a virtual reality experience.
Yeah.
So when they started putting the gear on you, what were you thinking that was going to be?
That's when it kind of registered.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like laser tag.
Once the helmet came into play, I was like, maybe this is not laser tag, or like VR laser tag of some kind. Like a
I
big.
thought we'd be sitting somewhere watching something, and like maybe we had like a blaster and just shooting at the screen or something.
I think we were both, because we both kind of have motion sickness stuff. I was like, oh, dude, is this going to be Star Tours? I'll puke.
Pretty much.
That's good. Yeah, so you guys have experience. You're younger than us. We're in our 50s. And we helped develop a lot of the rides, like Star Tours and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've got pictures in my albums of me working on that, back in the day.
Yeah.
So now we worked on that, and coming back now to a younger generation, and you guys came here and you didn't expect this. You just came to hang out here at the mall, Disney, So, you said you weren't expecting it. You basically, Star Tours. You've been on that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I haven't been in the park in years, actually, so I don't even know if that ride is still in there or not. Is that changed out?
Star Tours is still there, but
still there.
they have multiple experiences when you go in there. There's like 40 or so different combinations of the ride experience that you can witness. Comparing
Star Tours where you just sit and feel the ride, and now here you walk in, and even we're a little bit surprised because we didn't know what to expect either. Yeah. But we've had experience with the VR, in a tethered, environment where we just have to stand on one spot.
Right.
Yeah.
And here they actually have it set up so you can walk through an environment. I mean, we found that surprising and really, really exciting. What was your feeling about that compared to just riding
I found it
Star
more
Tours?
natural. Like I could actually enjoy it. Like I can't enjoy Star Tours.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would do it all the time, but I get motion sickness really bad in there now.
Right.
And I went on it a few months ago, and I just couldn't take it.
What was your sensation here? With the same thing, because we've done some VR stuff where what's his Sam, Serious Sam 3, and the way you move around in there, sometimes you can get nauseous. Did you feel that in here at all?
I actually felt it much smoother. Like I was worried at first, I'm like, am I going to get nauseous like I would during? No, like I felt in it. I think the adjustable headset was really because that's my thing. Is like I have a big head, so that stuff never
keep
fits
it.
right.
Yeah, and it was nice and firm and tight on your head. Right. Yeah, I had the same thing. I didn't feel nauseous or anything like that. I felt right at home going in there and walking around in that environment.
And once you did a couple turns and stuff and got a lay of the land.
Right, and you reach your hands out and you actually feel a wall where a wall's supposed to be.
Yeah,
things like that.
was pretty.
And I was really surprised with the hand tracking. You saw your hands in there.
You could see your hands.
With our current systems, we have controllers, and that gives you your hands inside the virtual space.
Right.
But this is no controllers, and you had your hands in there.
It's pretty cool.
Out of curiosity, would you recommend this now to all your friends, people, especially your geeky friends?
Oh yeah, I'm bringing friends here for sure.
Yeah, totally worth the price too.
Not being willing to pay what we just did to go in there, not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
It's probably worth more money.
For sure worth. That is worth way more money than we paid. That was awesome.
Okay, well that's good for these guys too.
So you would definitely do this again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And now that you're aware that there's virtual reality commercial versions that you can buy off the shelf, is that something you would ever do? See what's out there and buy it?
I'm not a huge gamer, so that's tough for me to want to invest in something like that. But like going to an experience like that, that's something that would be
I think I like the experience a little better than my home vibe.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Man. Absolutely.
Really
Thank
appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, talking to us about that.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Look for us on YouTube.
I'll look for you.
Good luck for your interview. Well, so we just went into this experience. These two guys that we just interviewed, they were in there with us. There was 4 of us together, so we kind of worked together as a team, and we had to sneak into the Empire.
Yeah. So we were rebels disguised as
we were rebels
stormtroopers.
disguised as Imperial troopers, and we had to. I don't want to give it all away, though. I feel like I don't really want to give it
But
away.
you can give the premise of it.
Yeah. But you go in and you fight eventually some pretty tough dudes. So,
But what was really cool, it was the sensory stuff. They had heat with when there was blasts of fire.
Yes, I mean you felt the heat on you as you went down the elevator towards the lava flows. You felt when you got hit by lava. You felt when you got hit by blasters.
Yes.
So that was and you're like screaming. I mean, you're literally yelling at the top of your lungs because you're getting hit.
And we're cracking up too, you know.
Yeah, a lot of laughing, a lot of laughing. So.
And also there's the force feedback. We're wearing a vest, and we're getting there you go. And we're getting shot. Like you have stormtroopers all around you, and you have to shoot them, and hopefully you're covering each other. And you get focused on the area. All of a sudden, I'm feeling a burn blast on my chest. And it's like, bam, oh my God. And then you go back over there and kill that guy, and then you come over here, and then bam, oh shit. You just move it back and forth. It's really, really cool.
Well, we both had a lot of fun.